So Shane, 350th appearance for Whitby Town against Boro Rangers in the North Rhine Senior Cup coming up. First of all, just your thoughts and your feelings coming up to this 350th game.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, didn't know much about it until I seen a post of Stephen Holdays. Obviously, who does all the lads' appearances, etc. But I can't believe how quick it's came, considering I only made my 300th appearance last season. It's always a privilege to hit these milestones with this club. So yeah, I mean, like you said, absolutely delighted to hit another milestone.
And longevity at the football club, Shane, of course, over two spells. Joined in 2013. I'm sure that you would think almost 10 years later that you wouldn't have thought you'd have been making 350 odd appearances.
No, I mean, like I said, I was just an 18-year-old lad who joined and who just wanted to play football. And like I said, didn't expect to obviously hit these kind of heights in non-league football. So, it's all, like I said, it's always a privilege to play for the club. But again, just like I said, just to hit 350 in a space of 9 to 10 years, it's unbelievable. And like I said, long may it continue.
I mean, looking back to 10 years ago, obviously it was Darren Williams that signed you to the football club after your release from Middlesbrough. I mean, there's a lot to owe Darren, isn't there, in terms of sort of the faith that he showed in you as an 18-year-old?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Darren Williams, he's a top lad. He was a great manager, and basically, trust and put the trust in me, to be obviously his number one goalkeeper at the time. So, for Darren, to pull me into the club and basically start my journey of making 350 appearances in 10 years, then it's unbelievable. Like I said, it takes courage for someone who's played Premier League football, to trust in a 18-year-old to play men's football. So yeah, I mean, like I said, Darren Williams, from the start, he's put his trust in me. Obviously, all the gaffers I've been with, and like I said, Chardy, Nathan, Bully, and then obviously, I've got to put a little word in for obviously the goalkeeper coaches who I've worked with. Obviously, Cammy, Dicko, Dennis Wheeler, of course, absolute legend at the club, and obviously, Neil Lindsay, who's goalkeeper coach now, which, to be fair, with his, it's coming up with about a year and a half now, since working with Vinci, and he's really putting the work in with us. So yeah, I mean, whoever I've worked with the club, I'm absolutely, I'm much appreciated.
And over the course of those 350 games, Shane, you've built up a real rapport with not only the fans but everybody around the football club behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a good club to play for. It's a club where I'm comfortable, where I can play my best football. I found that out obviously when I moved on. It showed how much I missed it. I missed it at Whitby, and like I said, it's not just for me, but anybody who's coming out of the pro game or who's wanted to play, who wants to test himself. I mean, it's a great club. It's a fantastic club, and it's a good club to to set your foundations again, and that's how I feel. I feel that I set my foundations again. Obviously, playing football, enjoying it, and that's what the club's done for me. It's let me enjoy my football, and again, I can't thank the club, that much.
And something we've spoken about before, Shane, is obviously you're creeping up into those upper echelons of appearance makers for Whitby Town Football Club, alongside the likes of Derek Hampton, Dave McTiernan, Paul Pittman, Dave Campbell, those kind of people. I mean, it must make you really proud to be in amongst those sort of Whitby Town legends.
Yeah, I mean, as I keep saying, every time I hit the milestone, let the ball just keep rolling. Let's just see where we get. Um, let's just carry on the journey and and just see where we get. But yeah, absolute privilege to be in, to be in with some, big non-league names, obviously big club names, big legends. Um, and again, I've still got my eye on, beating targets and beating milestones. Absolutely. Um, so yeah, I mean, once I've got my eye on something, then you know whether it's in the next 5 year or next 10 year, I've still got a little bit of time on my hands, and like I said, I can still get where I want to be.
And the game coming up then, Boro Rangers in the North Riding Senior Cup quarter-final, Shane. It's a chance for Whitby to progress, hopefully, in a competition that is very much winnable.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, no doubt about it that Boro Rangers won't be any pushover. Um, again, they're doing basically like a similar to Stockton Town. Obviously, wanting to climb through the leagues, getting things in place to do that. Like I said, I've got a couple of mates who play for Boro Rangers. I've watched them a couple of times, and again, they play some good football. They've always been they've always been a team who sets high standards. So yeah, I mean, hence why they were North Riding champions for so long. So yeah, for obviously, you know, particularly doing well in Division Two, Northern League as well. So it'll show that there are no pushovers, and we can't take this fixture lightly. Again, it's a cup game. It's one of them where if we don't turn up, then it becomes a potential banana skin. But yeah, obviously it's a good chance for lads who haven't been playing lately, and that's not down to people not doing well. I think that's just been because of obviously lads who were on the pitch and obviously their merit. So yeah, I mean it'll be a good game on the night. It'll be I can imagine it'll be a decent crowd up at Stokesley as well. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
And obviously, everybody will be raring to go again, Shane. Obviously, a couple of weeks now since Whitby last played against Hyde United. And you'll really be wanting to keep that run of form up, only one defeat in the last 6 games.
Absolutely, I think again, I think we've really sorted ourselves out. Yeah, okay, we're not where we want to be at the moment in time, but we're slowly climbing the league. We're getting some good results against some really good teams. And again, we just need to just keep climbing. We just need to keep being consistent, taking every game as it comes. And again, just like I said, we just need to carry on this form. I mean, again, one loss in 6 games. That's good form. I think when you go on runs like that, you can, I'm not saying you can afford to lose, but that loss doesn't become a huge problem. So yeah, I mean, the last the 6 out of 7 games, we've been excellent. And I still think we've got gears in us. I think we can still really push on with this team we've got at the moment. Not just the 11 who we're playing, but the lads who are coming on as well. We've got some, again, we've got some really, real good players on the bench as well. So it just shows the strength and the depth in the squad at the moment. So yeah, we just want to keep carrying on into the Christmas period.
And this North Riding Senior Cup game as well, Shane, just sets Whitby up nicely for, 2 massive games over the festive period. South Shields away and then Mask United at home.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, obviously it's been frustrating that we haven't had a game in 2 weeks. We've only had again we've had one training session in a week and a half. Of course, obviously the lads have the gaffers been on us to do our own thing, which lads have done. So that just keeps us ticking. But I think tomorrow's game, like I said, it's a good chance for people to get good minutes into the legs. Of course, we're carrying some injuries, some key injuries. But again, it just shows the strength and depth we've got in the squad, that anyone can step in and do a job. And like I said, going into that Christmas period, which is going to be a tough one, we need to be ready.
Brilliant. Yeah, so all that remains to be said, Shane, is obviously congratulations on your upcoming milestone, and thank you very much for joining me.
Cheers, bud. The show goes on, eh?